Okay, I'm live. What up everyone, my name is Nightrow. Welcome back to some more Final Fantasy 14 Heavensward. Now, the previous stream I finished the Heavensward main storyline, so now I'm gonna continue with the Dragon Song War Quest. So I'm only gonna be doing like the patch 3.1 quest. After that I gotta go to sleep because I gotta work tomorrow. So I only have time for those quests. Hopefully there's something good for this story. Let's see. I don't know which one to. I still don't know what each stat does. Let me check it. And PD affects MP regeneration determines by PD. Only applicable. Okay, so basically MP regeneration, tenacity. The amount of physical and magical damage dealt and received, as well as HP restore. Okay. Weird that they will have all that stuff in one thing. Fortuitous timing as always, Nightrow. Tataru was about to brief me on the search of our missing comrades. If you'll be so kind then. Absolutely, you'll be pleased to hear that Rio and his men have been making excellent progress. Remember how Fulman helped me to escape the Crystal Brazier in Salamanca, only to then disappear? Well, according to Rio, she crept aboard a ship bound for Rats at Han, where she's been hiding ever since. He's assured me that it won't be long before we are reunited. As for Ida and Papalimo, the remains of their Link Pearl have been found in Pearl Lane, of all places. Rio thinks they might have disposed of them after escaping from Royal Promenade. Yes, that would make sense. They would not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. We are all but certain that they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went. I see. And what of Tancred and Minfilian? I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two. But it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we enlisted the service of the Charlian Scholars, one of the students of Baldesion, to aid in search, who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet the scholar, if time permits it. But first we must attain a more pressing matter. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objection, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. And perhaps we can meet with the scholar afterwards, agreed? In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Night for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know? Oh, I forgot. I ended up like sending a message to Facebook to ask about something. Let's see, the person ever reply? I don't think he ever replied, dang. Ah, crap, I also, whatever. Set to download to Forgotten Nights. Let's see, this that person never replied. The pain that people at game stores can never reply to the dead messages. Because I want to know how much the damn game costs. And I work tomorrow. That's the most annoying part. I really want to go to that store and see how much it costs.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
Is it Estonian?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited. Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number question our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the Broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Trine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Trine? You would speak with Vidofnir then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead.
One there. Ooh.
Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph. As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
Let's make peace. I know little of the lands this giant call home, this annex shrine. Did you not agree to escort me? The coming journey will seem a far more daunting prospect. Confess I myself once shuddered at the thought of it, but even the longest journey began with the first step. Was it not? Ah, but here we set forth, Nightrow, and let us need inform our comrades of our plan. Very well, I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go and bid farewell to the tower, Nightrow. Hey, little boards and vocal. Come, little guy, come, let's go. So, what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. A diplomatic mission to annex shrine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidogmir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvous. This Shala and Idleshire. You'll be there to receive our guests. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragon is terribly important and everything, but this gonna just happen to be time permitting. As I said, we shall endeavor to join the Shola, but if we cannot pray pass on our regards. Let us be off, Nightrow. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. Even let her finish. Okay, speak with Lucia. You are ready then? Good. So am I. I'll go with the first one. The path is long but known to us. From Falcon's Nest we shall cross the western highlands and make for the tail feathers in the Dravinian borderlands. There we can stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Question is not, if not then, the stables awaits. Good tell, buddy. Can I fly? Do I still need? Come on, why is it not working? Stupid mouse. What the fuck? Stupid mouse. Should have gone with a wireless. I mean, wired. I cannot fly. I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Ravina Soul will be at the head of an arm. And here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sister of mine. And who will do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past? Though it was I who first proposed recruiting Isalis to our cause. I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I uttered them, and for a long time after that, here was a woman with the blood of innocent on her hands, men, women, children, all slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Yes, yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in the common cause. At her side, she fought in service to the greater good, even unto her dying breath. And while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered, not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Altonov, and yet who can say what might come to pass through our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course. We must press on to Annex Tribe if you will follow me. Okay, we'll just teleport there. Because I cannot fly yet. I don't got all the Aether errands, but I'll probably just try and farm them tomorrow if I go to work. Oh wait, that's upstairs. Just realize. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Isael, but this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, bit of news. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knight of Ishtar, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, Knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your king to be an architect of this war, but now we know the truth. That King Thornton and his knight 12 did willfully betray the murdered the great worm Ratatas, shattering the peace between our people. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Isael. Alas, a deception so intricately, what cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth after an eternity of war. Who would have dared to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream was we must, as Isael once did, and we must make that dream reality, as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship, once more before the eye of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, Knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerns my sire. He must needs be consulted. However, the Nath grows bold, even as they did before, and I will not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we should not give up on peace for want of patience. Ha! Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon? My humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith. Until we meet again. Given the circumstances, I will say that went rather well. To be frank, I'm surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether an outcome of it remains to be seen, however. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fear for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our service, we should continue on to Charlotte. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search of our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as our was. And thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such a grave matter remains unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than a 1,000-year war, one in which our friends gave their life to see it end. Suffice it to say, I will willingly make a thousand such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. But that I have no doubt, Master. I only hope that the fact will not hold you to your word. That's another quest completed. I have no clue how many quests there are. For this pet store, that is. Who could that be? So it will seem we have time to read the squatter after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she needs to go about finding Ophelia and Tancred. I can only assume she is privy to some new investigation technique. In any event, our first order of business is to... Oh fuck, where those? Is to rendezvous with Ishtala and Idleshire. Okay, so Idleshire. Where the heck is Idleshire? There it goes. It's been a while. It really feels like it's been weeks since I've been able to play, even though it was only one day. Well, I literally played yesterday, but today was such a slow ass day. It feels like it's been like a week. I'm literally hoping that maybe for next week they will put me for like working during the day, because I really do not want to work during the nights every single fucking day of the week. Ah, Nightrow, tis good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business in the next time will detain you longer. Did your meeting with Ophelia go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Emma's proposal with Razokar. Of course, but she seems amenable to the suggestion. What of our charlatan guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you will be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I need to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way. Dang it. I need to figure out what the hell the fucking mouse keeps doing that, like, actually, like, making the damn button words. Side buttons. It's a Lalafell?
I'm terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
That's an adorable hat. That's a really adorable hoodie. Or robe.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryle, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir.
I'm literally wearing dark armor. There's nothing light about it. And I'm using dark, the dark
Who
arts.
is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
It could possibly be.
We, Miss Kryle and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
Oh, so
It's no
she's a
small
sage.
task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryle.
That face though. That's some information he does not want people to know. I must know this information. Tell it, Kryle. Tell it.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Oh.
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking. Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Patience, man.
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best you explain your plan to her in person.
I can teleport that, right? I want to make sure. Oh. Ouch. I already wanted to just teleport there, but I can't. Let's see how far is it? It's on the other side. Dang nabbit. I thought I guess I did pick that up that one. And there's a bit more there. You know, I'll just do the whole ether current thing tomorrow. I really just want to focus on the patch 3 whatever story. Because I really just want to progress as much. What the heck? Is that a whale? I really just want to progress through the story so I can actually start Stormblood and then eventually Shadowbringer. Which reminds me, I should at some point like do some of the endgame stuff for each content. I mean, I already started with the whole extreme thing to get the ponies. Already got one of them. I still haven't been able to get the title. Let's see what this is all about. I wonder if anyone made like a 3D printable Warframe statue or Final Fantasy. I mean, there's always gonna be Final Fantasy. But still, I must know. Or is it just a regular well that I saw, not the lunar well? You did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? Oop, the entrance is literally right there. I have heard many stories on Master Matoya. Some quite flattering, other less so. Rest assured they all are true. This way. And have a care where you tread. Well, at the time.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Oh, I would like to print this.
Master Matoya. I am Kryl of the students
A
of
Nidus,
Valdesian. I hope you will
printable
excuse our
figure.
unannounced visit.
Valdesian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the Isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power.
Oh crap, I wasn't able to finish that dialogue.
Right. You too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Valdesian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
on the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which served to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya.
Wait a minute. Krile. Is she a reference to
Then
the
let us begin.
Krile Grove from Final Fantasy V? I mean, when she's a white mage, she does wear the cat ears.
From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock, I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct will be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of an unknown alliance. Yet, even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Thancred doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost. Though merchants and traders pass us through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to prove a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Krile. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for the very purpose. Are they good sketches? This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. That's very sus, man. I propose we split into two pairs. Ishaw and I will at the outlet in encampment while Nightrow and Nightrow question the residents of Telfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loft as and share our findings. Assuming there is no objection to let us leave out. He certainly has matured, hasn't he? And hard to imagine he was once a boy who participated for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we had best to get started. I mean, when you finish making your vows. I'm just gonna skip the dialogue for this please. What the heck is he using? Is that a mouse? That's a big ass bird. Interesting. Okay, so maybe I found a lead. Finish. In that case, I think we'll learn everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. Oh, that's far away. I apologize for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting games, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptional, capable, and hero hunter, with whom no one is familiar, though none comes a chance to see a man's face. His height and build matches accurate description, as does his fighting prowess. So you have the same tales. Be that as it may, we did want a conclusive proof. Perhaps this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Beth trader. He came to tell Feather to insert garments fit for a man of refinement, which seems a rather curious description for one of his kind. You're implying that Dengred sent Beth to bargain in his stead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall yourself, in March from the live stream, as naked as your name day, it is seen I shall never forget. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, I was simply stating it off. You fucked up already, Alpha Note. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealing with the bath, it should be able to tell us now. Quite right, Trial. Quite right. Even the Alpha Nona seems to recall the details of my return so vividly. I'd rather he did not draw me from memory, talented or not. Well. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in love. That's fast. We must go and see him fast. Right away, come along. Everyone, come along. Oh, no. Dingus. Can't even use nothing bombs to summon the methane grounds. Is it through there? Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Lawless Fast. What do you seek this day? You seek a man with whom we are told to have a certain dealing. How curious! The hunter tires of godly sport and pursue a mortal prey. No, he's not prey, but friend long missing. Good. He's a friend to the vet as well. One with whom we had traded many times. Truly? And are you quite certain he was this man? There is no doubt. The flesh and cloth and skin came to us from Soma. Lost and weak, he offered meat and hides in trade. In exchange, we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh. So skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Gone to Lauda Asna. Not long ago. When he heard the one night, that summoned our god once more. Rabana is returned? Edofnir did say that man had grown us before, but what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honor Elder, we thank you for your help. With that we could repay this kindness here with the part, but we must hasten to our common side. Go, Great Hunter. That's the plan to claim him as a sacrifice. Freaking nose. Yeah, where the hell am I supposed to go? Sounds okay.
Who else could be? Thancred! It could be Thancred! We must hurry!
Oh shit! The main guy! What's going on? And he has a voice. But shouldn't he be a dragoon at this point considering the trailers? Yeah, I just realized, like, are they, like, is that a type group the Wearer of Darkness? One of them is a warrior. The other one's a paladin. So they are.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Ah. Oh, you tripping.
Fools playing like heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not! So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea.
Point. We all have the echo.
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner. What with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
What? What? What's the deal? That was Blair. It's fucking psycho. Oh, there you go. There's Thancred. Bro. Ooh, weird. We have a night patch now. Hey, you got a ponytail. Voice.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness.
You.
Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
So is he a dark paladin and a dark white mage? A dark black mage? Yeah, a dark archer?
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Thancred, are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the livestream in the altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
Blessed with the power of the Echo, and driven to put down Primus despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with others. Nor isn't that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we will have room for an attempt to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventures, and I will not soon forget their like, nor will any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-state for promising candidates, which is how Ada and Papalimo found Nightrow. Ah, Mary, it seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had a distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I never to believe that a band of particularly gifted adventurer has been traveling the land slaying primals without our knowledge, to imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must need concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Abram's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs here with Dan, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of the colony is giving me a stinging headache. If you have a need of me, I shall be with Master Matoga. I will beg her assistance with the research with the search for Menfidia. Wait, Menfidia is missing? I thought she escaped with Nightrow. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Oh, for fuck's sake, this stupid mouse. Mouse is being stupid. Not thought to see the Genzu Sumo. If thou seekest the night, know that she has long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the map, has again been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Well, then we could take the credit. The god fell by another's hand. Another revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is a cause for celebration. The Nath will not choose but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian invitation, as promised, I brought the matter to my sire, and hearkens to his answer now. For 1,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a shadow of Ishgard came unto me. For what warmth she wrapped herself in green, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became a saint. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's conviction, be it for real or be it for wolves. Such is the folly and the glory of man and of pride. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmeric's invitation? Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey on to Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer. We will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Isel. Well, that you were here to see it.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
What? Arrest that fool!
Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of Foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
I'm hoping he's still alive. Okay. I'm going back to the Foundation. Right, let us now keep Sir Emmerich, not see Sir Emmerich waiting. Are you quite well, Tancred? Yes, that's quite well. Forgive. You're giving me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Guardians and the Dravanian, and our friends nowhere to be found. It would seem there is no end to our troubles. We can both face them head on, and one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allocated tasks and leave the others to theirs. Remember that, we found you as they found me, and in time we will find Ada, Papalimo, and Minfilia as well. Thus trouble will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it will be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure, one of its mortal triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishment, the mood here is less than celebratory. I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them with a very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. So now I'll go over there. Crap, that was not where I want to go. We return and this at least the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emmeric's invitation. She has? There's a glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The chirurgeon tell me he tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmonds and Lord Artariel not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For mercy they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning. Though not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flames. Bastards! Caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for every one we put out, it seems like 2 more starts up. And casualties are mounting, especially in the room. 'Tis plain these fires were started by the assassin conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? And let us be about it. What is this? Primal accessories bending copper. Primal accessories slaying copper. I don't know which one to pick. The flames are spreading. We must need needs to begin our investigation immediately. Witness must be found. Suspect must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise location where the fires were set? Perhaps there's a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern. Fires has been reported throughout the city in both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of these areas affected, I think it's best to divide our forces. Master Alphana, Master Ishala, I will have you take charge of the investigation in foundation. As you wish, perhaps Sataru can be of assistance as well. Meaning Nightrow and me get the better, or they'll like me up there. Only questioning is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Thank God of the sign of the seventh done. And may I say, what a pleasure it is to meet you, too, my lady. I bet. My name is Hilda. A sign, eh? And there I was thinking I found a fellow ruffian amongst all the illustrious personage. I will remain here to coordinate the fire quenching efforts. If you learn aught of value, inform me immediately. That is all. Well, we could begin by sifting through sharp troubles. In questioning random passerby, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should know. Oh, I, the infamous Lord Emanelian Forton, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. A capital suggestion, Nightrow. He'll be at the Crozier most like, making an effort to be seen, so let's go and see him. Gristle, I've all said, but old. Okay, so I'll just teleport. Oh wait, it literally says right there. This way. Well, if it isn't Nightrow, dearest of all my friends, you're looking rather glum. Something is the matter, old boy? Ah yes, the arson. Dreadful business and that, and awful curious. Wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it all. Naturally, we doubled our guard outside the manor, along with the most of the other houses. Can't have the old piles going up in flames after all. Oh, in case you were wondering, well, the Homeland is awash with refugees. The lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the home. While you conduct your inquiry, I could offer words of comfort to the distress and this despondent young maiden. Wait a moment, I know what this is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do mean an injustice, old boy. I will have you know my heart's yearned for about one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully resign my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. Will you question the refugees in the Hopla? And I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Will you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what I reckon I would. I can't have you roaming about an unfamiliar city. by your lonesome, can we? You only get run blind and less shivering in your small cloak. Okay. So I guess I'll just teleport over here to the cathedral, which is the closest to the area. Come, my brothers and sisters, there is food and shelter enough for all in the basilica. Boundless blessing upon you, Father. I confess we are not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales this day about the Archbishop and Sir Eric and the Dravinians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Bruh, still telling lies? Do you require succor as well, sir? So the Temple Knight have begun their investigation at last. Good. This man has gone on far too long. With that, I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to this poor soul. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. Yeah, don't trust that guy. I don't trust one bit. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere. It was so hot I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have claimed maybe my arm is getting better after all. I was one of the first home to be claimed, but I didn't see the fire begin. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouted that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the cloth on our backs, and were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we do. Huh, suspicious. A fire still happened to happen, and the church all of a sudden decided to help them. Suspicious. I'm pretty sure it's the church's doing. I didn't like the fact that the truth had been revealed, and they don't like to go along with it. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? We will require more than model testimony about a traumatized girl if we are to identify the culprit. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of the several fires, including the one near St. Raymond Cathedral, and another near the Tribunal. For mercy, near the structure suffered significant damage. Some may say they were spread by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contributed to plot so miserably. On the two occasions when their targets was a bastion of the Bitcoinian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Often will doubtless have an opinion. Silence will avail you not, sir. Nightrow, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fire broke out. We wish to have words, he did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You got the wrong man! Oh. Aye, but you reek of oil. And are those burns in your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm evicting you, imbecile. Look at me. Aye, that you are. After a fashion, you should know that your pious patron has already spawned the delightful jar. But how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning Heaven City to the ground. How very noble of him. I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabbit and begged us to put you down. That bollocks! He's the one who told me to keep going. Oh, you got tricked. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work. He said I left it behind. Try to with all my heart. Said my prayers every day like a good man. But he came to me. And there you have it, Hilda. Will you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's slipping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred. But how do you know he will confess? Tricking him, obviously. Well, I have seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by a man of power, and wielded as a weapon. It can only be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it's worth the risk. And if our cat the heck called your bluff, must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is expecting enough. Thank you. Thancred, whether by luck or judgment, we at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or percent of influence. I think it is best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. Okay, so I think that after that there's gonna be one more quest and then I'll be done for the night. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Artoriel, are you come to see your father? He's attending Sir Emperor in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring his soul. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In time of trouble, every man must do his part. With that, I could do more. My lord Antonio did not seem to be in the best of spirit. 'Tis little wonder, Master Altanode. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold and in the grave. Why have a specific ring that uses? Well, I'm gonna just go with fancy. Okay, so this should be the last. What the heck? Why in the partnership one? Ah, Horse part-time kite shield. Okay, that would be good for paladin. I'll take this one.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
What?
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us.
Well, it was the
happened so
church.
fast, my lord. We had no time to respond.
Priest.
They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Fuck you, guy. You're the traitor. Fucking being ignorant himself.
I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
We are in your debt.
You are my debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms then, friends. Time is against us.
Those fucking priests, they cannot even accept the damn truth. They're being ignorant as hell. Okay, where exactly am I supposed to go in the pillars? Yes, I'll just go there. Is that on top? Well, we will enter the basilica silently via the gate. According to our latest report, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I'm told one claimed to have served under Thornton 7. Might the same be the throughput of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seized the control of the vault, I think it is highly likely yes, which means they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building defenses against us. Be that it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Artoriel, you are a brave man and true, and none will dare question your honor if you choose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I'm no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich, and my arms will not falter. My shield will not break. Paula is my witness. We will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me! Let's do this. Let's save some hostages from them crazy-ass people. Sake. Charge!
Down with you!
Fuck you! That's 2 refugees saved. First seminar. Lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! That's the word of a heretic and Kingslayer. I will sooner trust a dragon. Trust a dragon. Activate the knights, which will show the hostages the same mercy he showed the Archbishop. Oh, you bastard! You're gonna kill some innocent people. And the fools will die. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I'm a man of honor. By my hands you shall receive of the purest judgment. So it has to be a trial. Lord Artoriel, Nightrow, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Seminar. I wonder if I'm pronouncing that name right. You shall not kill the innocent! Where are we supposed to go to? Oh, I see them. Run! Before they die! You're free. We're only missing one refugee to rescue. Everyone get out. Get to safety. Oh frick. Gotta run. Come on, Antoriel. You must save the last one before it's too late. I see the explosions. What? Wait, what? So it's not here? I'm confused. Where the hell is the last one then? Oh! Oh no! He's gonna die. That last one's gonna die because I have no clue where he is. And I can't even run. Shoot, this might be a mission failure because we can find the damn last hostage. Get up here? I was Sir Emmerich, he was about to die.
Down with you! Underestimate me.
Hey.
Where is he? Where is he?
Bruh. You're willing to kill an innocent child for your stupid beliefs?
Come no closer!
Fuck, psycho.
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Psycho. You know, priest, you're just a psychopath. No. Wait, did she actually die? Oh, let's hope somebody rescues her. Yay, dragon!
What? But
You're alive, girl. You've been rescued by a dragon. You're literally the second person to ride a dragon.
Vidofne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
What happened to the priest? Or more like psychopath in this case.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
It can be the first time.
Unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers?
He does have a point
After
there.
1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Javanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefar in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
This has been a day of surprises, has it not? It's but a pity Bitterfnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Old time scarcely does his justice, but one moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Guardian who yet harbor doubts will take this event to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmeric's words. Though it is only me that I informed the town of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at the Fort Tom Manor. Allow me to accompany you. The Terror will never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stone without saying goodbye. A moment, Nightrow. I wish I were it. Tell me, does Sancred seem quite well to you? He got the world now with Hilda. I'm not sure how to put it into words, but I guess I'll go with this. So you sense it too. A subtle change, imperceptible to most. I myself did not notice at first, but upon closer examination, I saw that his third floor had been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply, but Dekman may no longer be able to wield magic. It's not like he used magic. It will do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He will have been compelled to rely solely on traditional method of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparation to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still a little more than speculations. Till I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I shall be on my way. Crow may have a sharp master Matoya perhaps, but who can say how long it will last?
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count? You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a brother to Horschiffon. Will you be a brother to me as well?
Man, I'll be your brother.
Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
I did not like the looks of it, of his face. Like he's full of hatred or something.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
Okay, so with that, I finished the first patch story. I don't think I'll be able to do another stream tomorrow or on some. Where's Betsy? This is the proof. Take your room more close. Apocrypha. Is that a truth long forgotten? A tale of the beginning, and of the path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. Guardians are no exception. Nor the Triads. You know what must be done. What is going on here? Ida? Papalilo? Well? Everyone has their orders. The mask will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit. I fear it will be blood. By Ragar. It had better. We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are. I mean to fulfill them every one. Where are they? Okay, so like I was saying, I don't think I'll be able to stream on Saturday or Sunday. I don't know if I'll be able to stream even next week, because I still don't have my damn schedule for work for this week. So I don't know what I'm gonna be doing since I don't know my schedule. Well, I guess you guys will find out if I ever do upload, if I do stream again. If you do know, if you guys ended up watching or whatever, that's good, I guess. But for now, I don't know what is my schedule. So for now, thank you so much for watching my my live stream / video. I hope you enjoyed it. Who knows when I'll be able to do another one, hopefully soon. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.